Today's class is going to be all about slow Ujjayi breathing while you're holding your postures. So we'll have to drop the rush from the mind and the body. And sitting cross-legged, starting with 5 deep Ujjayis, you just put your palms on your knees, relax your shoulders and connect with your Ujjayis. That's 1. Let's do 5. Two more. And once you finish your breathing, you can get off your cross-legged position and get into a downward facing dog from here. So just lifting yourself back up, pressing your palms, pushing your hips really high, and start bending one knee at a time. And while you're doing that, you're doing your slow Ujjayis. So 3 breaths and slow movement. Just stretch open the back of your knees, back of your calf. And now drop your elbows and do the same thing on that. So you just need to drop from the downward dog on your elbows, interlock your fingers, shift some weight to the shoulders if you want. Bring your feet a little forward if you can. And again, Ujjayi breathing. And slow stretching of the calf. And once you finish stretching it deeply, then you go back to the downward facing dog from here. So pressing the palms and going back to the downward facing dog. Keep your neck soft. Start walking your feet to the center of the mat. So just a couple of big steps coming to the center, and we're bringing your palms all the way back. Micro bend the knees. Take your palms under your feet like that and dropping your head. Letting go of your neck. Deep breathing, and this is also your time to release any tension from the neck and shoulders, nodding a little bit with the neck. Going back to the downward facing dog from here. So just take both the legs back, come into a deep stretchy downward dog. By now the legs have opened up a little bit more. I want you to start bending your knees one at a time again. Just stretch open deeply, spending as much time as you can in the downward facing dog. And now start kicking the right leg up, taking it all the way up. Lift the back, the lower heel can also be off the ground. Kicking the right leg all the way up, stepping it forward for the low lunge. Step the right foot forward. See if you want to place something for the back knee, a blanket or a cushion. Yeah. Align yourself, ground your front foot so you're not losing balance. Grab your elbows after that. Low lunging, sinking in and finding 5 breaths. And dropping. Going back to downward facing dog. Taking it all the way back. Doing a vinyasa with breath. So inhale to roll this to plank. Exhale chaturanga. Inhale upward facing dog. Exhale downward facing dog. Inhale, kick the left leg all the way up. Right heel can also go really high. So taking that leg nice and high in a nice big split of the downward dog. One breath here. Stepping it forward for low lunge. Dropping the knee on the ground. Foot and ankle in the same line, sinking in. Grabbing your elbows. I'm trying to arch backwards also. So I'm trying to take my arms as back as I can. So it's like a back bend sort of a thing, but at the same time there's so much of the work of the legs that happens in the low lunge. So you're also sinking in to go backwards. Oof, I don't think I finished 5. I'll try to finish 5. And release. Oof. And go back to the downward facing dog. Let's do a vinyasa with breath. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling, upward dog. Feet flat. Exhale, downward dog. Walk to the center of the mat again. Take 2 big steps. Coming forward, shifting the weight to the heels. Fingers will go under your feet, letting go of your head. So when you take your palms under your feet like that, it really allows your upper back and neck to open up more. So letting go of your neck. Deep stretch, deep opening in the back of your thighs. Keep a micro bend. Take your palm as in under the foot as it can go. So the back of your neck is also really down, shoulders. Stretch that deeply. That's it. Go back to the downward facing dog and let's do some knee taps to the elbows. So all you need to do is just kick the right leg up and a right knee to the right elbow. So swinging it forward as you exhale. Go back up. Yeah, just make sure you're not putting too much pressure on the wrist. Exhale, knee to the right elbow. Going back, inhale. Right knee to the right elbow for 3. Go back, inhale. Exhale, knee to the elbow. One more. Inhale, go back. Exhale. Inhale, go back. Step the right foot forward for warrior 2. So place the foot on the ground. Place the back foot parallel to the edge of the mat. Raising both your hands up and by the sides, looking to the right. Find your alignment, back knee super locked, back ankle and the foot pressing into the floor. Stretching the front knee deeply. We hold this for 5 breaths, just a static warrior 2. Your gaze is fixed and your breath is slow. I'm deepening my warrior because I feel like I can stretch it a little bit more, bring my knee a little more over the ankle. Nice and open in the chest, in the arms. Ooh. You're going to straighten the knee and now see what you do with both your feet. Turn both your toes outward, heel inwards. Bring your arms in eagle and sink into a squat, a goddess squat here for 5 breaths. Deep ujjays, holding it static and just make sure that your knees are at a 90 degree. You can sink as deep as you like. Ooh. We're going to go back to we're going to turn this into a balancing posture. So all you need to do is turn your right foot to the side. Take your hands by the side like wings and kick that up for the balance. Intermediate students, feel free to extend your arms in front of you. Dropping it back to warrior 2 from here. So just adjust your leg again. Heels in the same line. Arms go all the way up and by the sides. Looking to the right. We're going to turn this into a side plank from here. So all you need to do is first drop both your palms on the floor. You can lift the back heel now, pointing up like this. Now place the left palm on the ground. Open your chest by raising the right hand towards the right knee. And now start crawling the right foot towards the left. My back foot is also resting on the side. Palm and shoulder in the same line. Just make sure there's not too much pressure on the wrist. Distribute the weight of the body on different parts of the palm, fingers, below the fingers, thumb. One more breath. Ooh. And you go back to the downward facing dog. Let's roll this to slow chaturanga, slow vinyasa, meaning plank. Inhale. Exhale, go down. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, go back to downward dog. Let's start kicking the left leg up in the air. And we have to touch the left knee to the left elbow 5 times. As you exhale, you swing the left knee forward. 1. Inhale, go back. 2. Inhale, go back. 3. Inhale, go back. Swing it forward, knee to the elbow. 4. Inhale, go back. Exhale, knee to the elbow. And go back. That was 5. Now step it forward for warrior 2. Stepping it forward, bringing it through. Place the back foot on the ground. Left leg, warrior 2. Adjust your legs. Stretch your knee deeply. And raising your hands by the sides, looking to your left. Fixing my gaze, holding the posture, I'll see if I can deepen my front stretch. Nothing happens to my back leg. My back leg remains straight and locked. I'm trying to just get a deep opening at the front knee. Getting ready for the goddess squat. Make your hands into eagle already first. So your hands are an eagle. Straighten your knee, point your toes out, heels pointing in, adjust your feet. Make sure the heels are in the same line, toes are out. And then sinking into a goddess again, so sinking in deeply. Fixing your gaze through your palms, looking in front and just being here with your breath. Ooh. You try to hold a little more. Ooh. We have a balance to do as well. So you're going to slowly start coming up. Release the arms, take them by the side like wings. Turn your left foot pointing to the left in front. And then slowly start lifting up. Feel free to extend both your arms in front of you and see how that works for your balance. You go back to the warrior two from here, so slowly dropping the leg, bringing your arms by the sides, heels in the same line, stretching the knee. Turning this into a side plank, we drop both the palms on the ground. Right palm below the right shoulder, lifting the back heel off the ground, raising the left hand towards the left knee. Open your chest and take your time. Distribute the weight of the wrist, weight of the body equally on different parts of the palm. And then starting to turn this into a side plank. Very slowly. Taking your time. Feet can be one after the other or top of each other. It's up to you. You can also try variations in a side plank if you want. And I'm going to go back into the downward facing dog for a second. Do my vinyasa now. Inhale to plank. Exhale, go down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. I drop my knees for a few seconds and rest in child's pose, dropping my head all the way down. But your connection with the Ujjayi doesn't drop. So continue moving your breath consciously with Ujjayis. So your head is dropped. Your forehead is resting on the ground. Maybe this is also your time to relax your wrist, stretch it. Coming into cat cow now, just 5 rounds of cat stretch with breath. So palms below your shoulders, knees below your hips, dipping the back, pressing it down as you look up. That's an inhale. Exhale as you round your spine, looking down. Inhale, dip the back. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, dip the back. Exhale, round. Inhale, dip, pressing it low and looking up. Exhale, round. One more. Inhale, dip. Exhale, round. And come flat on your belly now. So from here, so you drop your elbows on the ground. Elbows on the ground. Really slowly I want you to breathe here. Like if you were still breathing fast in the standing postures, see if you can bring more space after your exhalation in the Sphinx. So one, of course, you're in the Sphinx, your elbows, your neck is not here. So lifting the neck and chest, lift, looking up. Feet are hip distance apart. And then inhale, lifting the rib cage, chest up. Now my focus is on my breath, and I'm trying to make my exhalations longer and longer space after the exhalation. I'm just also adjusting my body in a way that my lower back gets all the freedom to bend downwards. So if my hips are tensing up or my thighs are tensing up, I want to release that tension from under my thighs so my feet are fully relaxed and extended. I'm still in my Sphinx, finding more space. After the exhalation, trying to go deeper if possible, so pressing the palms and lifting the elbows and pushing backwards. That is just an option. You can always, leave the posture when it gets too intense, but trying your breaths here again. It's a nice opening in around the rib cage, around the mid back. Really activates your mid back. Toes are relaxed, ankles are relaxed. Ooh. We can come down whenever we are ready. We go all the way down and we just move our feet side to side like that. And relax the lower back. And get ready for Dhanurasana from here. If you feel the need to go into child's pose, please feel free to do that. Otherwise, take your hands behind, grab your ankles. Again, 5 deep, long ujjays as you're holding the Dhanurasana. So grabbing the ankles, looking up. Fix your gaze in front of you or slightly higher. But it doesn't need to be too high. So the common mistake is that we sometimes forget, we try to look too high. It can just be eye level. Keep your gaze fixed. That will help you bring focus in your postures. Knees as high. And then releasing the posture, going into a child's pose from here. So knees are together, pushing your hip all the way back. Arms can be here. as you drop your head. Ooh. And then slowly starting to come back from here. If you feel like you need more child's pose, you can do that. Otherwise, you come stand on your knees from here. And always an option to do camel with the block. If you feel like you can't reach for the feet, backwards, you can always adjust the height of the block and instead grab the block. Okay, so what I want you guys to do today is just a half camel, but like a deep half camel. So what you do is your hip and your knee are stacked on top of each other. You just raise your right hand up. Now the right hand will go either for the block or it will go for the heel, whatever works for you. Just grabbing something, I'm grabbing the block and I'm placing my whole wrist on the block. Now the common mistake is that your hip falls back. So just see if you can keep your hip lifted like that. Hip and knee stacked on top of each other. There's a big opening in my chest happening right now as I'm placing my whole wrist on the block. And I raise my left hand over my head. Now my goal here is to try to stretch my belly and rib cage so much that I can try to take my arm as back as I can, almost like parallel to the mat. Parallel to the floor. That's how backwards I want my arm to go. So, actually if you have a block, it's really helping. The block is really helping me open my body upwards because now I'm not like wobbly on the heel. I can place my whole palm on the block and then just take this arm over my head looking up. Or looking up is the only option. You can look down, but try keeping your head a little back. Now my arm has to go as back as it can. Oof, couldn't really hold that for long. That's an intense one. I'm going to try doing the same thing on the other side. So now my block has shifted closer to my left foot because now my left palm will place itself on the block, including the wrist, and I push my hip really forward. I raise my right hand all the way up. I fall backwards, pushing the chest up. Let this arm fall as back as it can go. Really, really back. Left side of your chest and arm opening. The head is sort of tilted sideways. It's not really back. It's more like your gaze is at the left. Ooh. Half camel is equally intense. Ooh, let's relax for a bit again. Relax your arms, neck. And that's it. Come to lie on your spine now. So just coming up like basically lying down on your back, but before that hug your knees to your chest, sway a little side to side. Really open up. It's a nice counter stretch after all the back bending that we did now. So just really relax the spine, make circles. Make sure the spine is feeling okay. Lift both legs to a 90 degree and open both your arms facing down and on the sides. So palms in line with your shoulder, both of them, legs are in front. And all I need you to do is just drop the legs to one side. And look to the opposite side. So you don't have to touch the floor. You just have to drop them halfway and bring them back. Drop them to the other side. I don't have space on the other side, but maybe I'll become a little tilted. So opening my arms to both sides, palms and shoulders in the same line. I drop my legs halfway or more than halfway to one side. It's like a little twist. And then I come back here to the center, then drop it to the other side. And come back. Now let's try to do this with breath. Inhale as you go down. Exhale. Back. Inhale, drop. Exhale, back. Okay, let's do 2-3 more of these. Arms really open to the side, and when you're twisting, what's keeping your balance is that other arm, the opposite arm that's helping you stay on the ground and not topple. Now bend the knees and try to do the same thing with knees bent like this. See what I'm doing? I'm not touching the ground. I'm just dropping it to the side, bringing it back, dropping it to the side, bring it back. Yeah, so rib cage. So you're trying to create more mobility on the sides of your body here, around the rib cage, your lower belly. So when the knees are almost dropping towards the floor, your head has to look the opposite way. Inhale, dropping the knees. Exhale, bringing them back. Inhale, dropping. Oh shit. I think I squeezed something. Inhale, dropping the knees. Exhale, back. And come back to the center. Lift both the legs up to a 90 degree again. So become straight in the body. Put your palms under your hips. Palms under your hips, lifting the legs, curling the toes. And then inhale as you drop. Exhale as you back. Inhale as you drop. Exhale as you back. This is core work, yeah? Inhale as you drop. Exhale as you back. Do it at your own pace, but with breath. Do 10 more from here. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Once you finish your 10, you can hug your knees to your chest. And then you can practice an inversion here if you want. You can pause the video, do your inversion, practice your headstand, or the handstand or the shoulder stand. And then after that, we can rest in Shavasana, so spreading your arms and feet apart. For the Shavasana, you can just spread your legs out. Just make sure that your feet, they sort of drop to the sides, so your thighs and knees are not engaged. So letting the feet drop, letting the thighs drop. Pelvic floor and your hips resting on the floor, melting into the mat. And then continue your Ujjayi. So your pranayama is not yet over. So we do at least 5-6 more breaths, just deep exhalations and creating more space after your exhalation. Let's do that. The whole body is becoming more relaxed. As with these exhalations, your nervous system starts to feel lighter. So see if you can find some relaxation from here, like you can let go of your breath and not trying to do more Ujjayis anymore. So release the Ujjayi from your body and drop the mind. Nothing to do as of now. In the relaxation, there's nothing to do. In the meditation is all about resting deeply in your own being and finding that deep sense of rest, that deep sense of peace in your being, and letting go in the whole body, letting go of effort and action from the whole body. So you're not trying to do anything at all here. See where the awareness is taking you in the body. Notice your belly. You can even keep one palm on the belly if you want. I just want you to see and feel the breath in your belly. And really getting comfortable being with yourself here. No matter what thoughts, no matter what emotions, let's just continue being in our own company for a few more seconds. And just dropping the mind, dropping the intellect, the judgments or the working of the mind. It's none of that is needed right now. So from your side, the efforts are zero. And then just observing any sensations in the body, any tension in the body, keeping your forehead relaxed. Feel free to come out of your Shavasana whenever you're ready. Just bending the knees and rolling to the right.